2:21 p.m. Inquest has resumed. The inquest has resumed and the first witness to take the stand is Sergeant Lorna Denison-Wilkins. SGT Denison-Wilkins received a doctorate after completing a thesis relating to human body movements in inland waterways. She is an expert on what happens to a body after a person dies by drowning. She said that although the clothes Nicola was wearing would have given some initial buoyancy, the air bubbles would have been removed by movement and her body would have sunk. The sergeant agrees that people can drown in relatively shallow water if the temperature is closed. She says that 44% of fatalities in water occur when someone had no intention of entering the water. 2:23 p.m. It would be almost impossible to swim against the current. Coroner Dr. Adeli has described Nicola as a holiday swimmer. He asked what it would be like to try and swim against a water speed of 1 meter per second. SGT Denison-Wilkins replied, "It would be almost impossible to swim against the current. You would have to go with the current and then find a place of safety." 2:26 p.m. Miss Bulley was her normal self on school run. Kay Kiernan, a member of the public who was in the area of the River Wyre when Nicola went missing, has taken over the stand from SGT Denison-Wilkins and is one of the last people to have seen Nicola alive. The veterinary surgery receptionist dropped her children off at St. Michael's on Wyre Primary School when she was Nicola and said that she appeared her normal self and didn't appear to be anxious or in low mood. She said she had the dog Willow with her and Willow was sat in the back of the car. The two women said "morning" to each other and then started talking about dogs. Miss Kiernan added, "I presumed she was going for a walk because that's what she normally does in the morning after the school run." 2:35 p.m. Man saw Miss Bulley from a distance and saw man in black walk towards her. Richard Fife was walking his dog on the fields close to where Nicola was last seen between 9:10 a.m. and 9:20 a.m., the inquest heard. He said he saw a male he referred to as a man in black as he walked towards where he saw Nicola and assumed he was waiting for a life. Mr. Fife said he then saw him again on his way back. He was dressed all in black and possibly a beanie hat, and Mr. Fife thought it was strange he was still there. He was about 6 feet 1 inches tall, the inquest heard. Mr. Fife said he then got in his car and drove off. When he drove past where the man had been, he was gone, the inquest was told. After hearing that Nicola had gone missing, Mr. Fife said he reported his sighting of the man in black to police. 2:37 p.m. Next witness. The next witness was sales executive Claire Cheshire. She says she saw Nicky at around 8:40 a.m. as both mums dropped their children off at school. She said, as Nicky would always do, she bent down and stroked my dog, smiling, at the same time as walking along in the direction of Garstang Road, which was very normal behavior. Ms. Cheshire said she would often see Nicola out as the two regularly took their dogs on similar walk routes. She later saw Nicola and Willow again approaching the gap between the two fields, and she could see Nicola in the corner of the lower field, the inquest was told. 2:57 p.m. Ms. Bulley had been arranging a play date for her daughter. Another witness, Lucy, has given evidence to the inquest. She had been texting Enciola to arrange a play date between their two daughters. Nicola had texted Lucy the night before she went missing, but Lucy only saw the text on the Friday morning, the inquest was told. Lucy replied at 8:13 a.m. Lucy and Nicola were due to meet up the following day, together with other mums, for Saturday night drinks. 2:59 p.m. Witness recalled finding mobile phone and dog harness. The next witness was Penny Fletcher, who owns the campus in St. Michael's on Wyre, close to where Nicola Bulley was last seen. She took her dog for a walk at 9:30 a.m. and found Willow with Nicola nowhere to be seen. Giving evidence via video link, she said, "As I came round the bend I came to a stile, I tied up my dog and climbed over the stile. I saw this Springer Spaniel. It was near the bench and then it was going towards the river where it drops down really steep. It wasn't doing anything chaotically, it was a bit giddy. I saw a mobile phone on the bench and between the bench and the river I saw a bundle in the grass. I walked down and it was one of those dog harnesses. 3:37 p.m. Nicola Bulley struggling, after phone and dog discovered by bench. Nicola Bulley's partner said she's struggling, after finding out her phone and dog were discovered by a bench, the inquest has heard. Retired care worker Susan Jones told the court that at around 10 a.m. on January 27 she received a call from Penny Fletcher, who had discovered Willow and the phone. She then bumped into Anne-Marie, Ms. Fletcher's daughter-in-law, who recognized a photograph of Miss Bulley and her family on the lock screen. She then rang the local school, before speaking to Ms. Bulley's partner, Paul Ansell. Ms. Jones told the inquest, Anne-Marie spoke on the phone and said that he, Mr. Ansell, said she's struggling. 4:02 p.m. Witness, I heard a scream. 2 women have told the inquest of hearing a scream near the riverside on the morning Nicola Bulley vanished. Nurse Helen O'Neill said she was with her dogs in the garden of her house on Allotment Lane, not far from a path that leads to the bench overlooking the river Wyre where Miss Bulley disappeared. She told the inquest, I heard a scream, it's not an alarming noise, it was just over in a couple of seconds. I'm quite used to hearing the children in the school out back, but it was not that noise. I vividly remember thinking it's unusual at this time. In my head, I had 2 females, walking along by the river and one jumped out on the other. I didn't think anything of it until later on. There were no other sounds for me to be concerned about. 4:02 p.m., second witness also heard scream. Veronica Cleason, a housewife and club secretary FR the Village Tennis Club, said, I was just about to get into the car and I heard a scream. A very short scream and my immediate thought was, somebody is having a bit of fun at the back of the graveyard. Miss Cleason said it was an inhale scream, like a sharp intake of breath.